can tell you this much because we were dating at the time. She didn't know how long it was going to last. At first, I think they signed her for like 2 episodes. And then they kept her going, and they kept her going, and kept her going. And so I don't know when Kripke ultimately said, I didn't know. I didn't know until I heard the finale that she was bad. That was the point. Like, Sam needed to think, like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to kill Lilith. But yeah, not really. It kind of was by accident. What's funny is that she almost, because they didn't, and this has happened to a few off the record recording device level. We've lost a few guest stars because of the situation where they won't sign somebody on for a year, even though they know they want somebody, and so you'll have somebody go to Grey's Anatomy. If I were to pull a random show that has nothing to do with the real. So she actually was like about to test for another couple of shows. They're like, whoa, we need you in the finale. It's kind of a big part. She's like, well, Jesus, let me know this. Like, I'm still like auditioning and stuff like that. Like, we got to sign her. And so we almost lost her. No fault of her own. She just was like, well, they haven't asked me to come back, so I'm not going to sit here and like, I got a mortgage to pay or rent, whatever. So, I don't know what it is. I'll ask her. I know her phone number. Actually, I don't. Her phone is smashed.
I'll give it to you later.
Oh, it's a that's big of you.
Yeah, white shirt there. Yeah.
That's a sweater, Jensen.
Sure.
That's a negligee.
Both Richard and Thomas said yesterday that you've never framed them. If they were to come back to the show, do you have anything in mind?
Richard who? Oh, Tom.
Tom was
have you seen Thomas? There's also, Tomo does something on set, and I don't know if this is a surprise or a secret or something, but, and I don't think it was something that he did.
I'm gonna play the part of just another actor.
Okay, yeah, and I don't think it was something that he did, that he does all the time. I think it was literally something that he did for playing Gedriel because of just the voice. And so he did something to get himself into the role just before they would yell action. He would just be like, they'd be like, okay, roll sound, lock it up, and he'd go, ho! 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 Ho!
And you're like, he's gonna kick my ass. He's
Ho!
gonna
Jared and I both were like, nope.
Wardrobe, I need to pass. On Caboose has a paint spill.
Yeah, so he right away was just like, we're like, man, that dude is crazy.
Not bringing him.
I'm not bringing him.
It's like the movies you see where they're like, somebody's outnumbered by like 9 guys, so they start getting on the ground and barking. They're like, I ain't fighting that guy.
Just that guy. He's crazy.
So immediately, Tom was huge, and he's scary also. What's funny is, Richard, we have sort of the opposite feeling. We don't want to kill him. So he's not a big guy.
He's like a ball of yarn.
I guess what's funny is that our relationship with Richard really started because of these.
And that's not true. We prank Richard all the time because, you know, he does these conventions with us, and we always try to carve out some time where we can maybe go grab a bite to eat together or go grab a drink together, something like that.
Oh my God!
And it is like the running theme that we tell Richard the wrong place, and he just does not learn. He shows up and he's like, okay guys, I'm here. I don't see anybody, nor do they have a reservation under anybody's name. So just let me know when you guys are gonna get here.
Not to mention,
we're already at another restaurant sitting down, like ordering appetizers. They were like, should we tell him? I think we'll tell him now. And then we'll just send him a text and be like, oh yeah, I forgot, it's this restaurant. He's like, why do you always do this?
And then a few years ago, when we did the Boston convention, I'm gonna sell him out, so if JC ever watches this video, he's in trouble. So, Jason Mans and I got there a day early, and we went and saw the Yankees play the Bo Sox. And we had like these cool seats right by first base. We like took a picture of the game. And randomly, they were playing again, I think 2 nights later, they were in Boston. And we started kind of talking about the game, and Richard was like, oh, dude, I would have come in early to stay. And we were like, well, listen, we have dugout passes for the next game. And he goes, what do you, and we're like, we got dugout passes tomorrow night. When do you go home? He's like, I gotta go home. Like, JC, she's had the 3 boys for like the last 3 days. Like, I gotta help. I was like, listen, Richard, we're sitting at first base, Jeter hits a single, and as he's running past first base, because he just ran through it, he looks over and he sees us. It turns out he's a big fan of the show. And Richard's like, you're kidding me. And so we're going, and Jason Mann is like $1 million. He's like, yeah, I couldn't believe it either. So we're talking, we're like, yeah, we went to the dugout, we met, they invited us to come back. So we're sure we can get you. He knows the show, he'll know you. And Richard's like, okay, what do I tell my wife? I'll be right back, I gotta call, make sure my plane ticket was changeable. He like goes and changes his plane ticket. He's Jason, we're like, oh, I'm not feeling so hot. I got Rob had a stroke. So anyways, just when he's about to like, finally, it's gonna get bad because he's gonna end up waiting around. Like Jason and I were flying out the next, like the morning of, and like not even be here to prank him. This is getting too hard. So we ended up telling him. He's like, I changed my ticket. But what's funny, and here's another thing. We prank him so much that when we were in New York, he had a flight to, this is a couple years ago, he had a flight to Oregon to see his wife's family. And I was flying to like Austin to go back to my home or whatever. And randomly, I was like, hey dude, like, he ended up staying over my room that night. We were out late, just slept on the couch. And I was like, I'll check you in. Like, you can save time in the morning if I just check you in online. We can't print it, but you're already checked in at least. You know, maybe you can email it to your phone or something. He's like, can you do that? I was like, dude, how much do you fly? You never checked in online? He's like, no. And I was like, all right, what's your confirmation code? And he's like, US Airways, blah, blah, blah. And I look, and legitimately, it's like, this flight has been canceled due to inclement weather, and has to now be routed through Minneapolis or something. And I was like, dude, your flight's been canceled. He's like, oh. I was like, Richard, no.
That's how he laughs.
This is real laugh. I was like, what's so funny? But he didn't believe me. I was like, Richard, look at me in the face. Like, your flight has been canceled. You need to book another flight. And he's like, you're an asshole. You're an idiot. I was like, dude, look at the computer. And he looks, he's like, oh my God, you lied to me so much that I figured you were just lying. And then his phone was, and then he left his phone on, and we were taking pictures of body parts.
Yeah, what's he talking? We mess with him constantly. I could be like at a coffee stand, like filling coffee up. Like, oh, hey Jensen, is that coffee? Nope. We're all out. Every time with me.
I think that he's challenged us to prank him more.
More, yeah. It's just, you know what it does? It doesn't take any thought to prank him. It's instantly, it's like an instant thing. It's like, hey guys, what are you doing tonight? We're going to this restaurant. Cool, I'll meet you there. Sounds great.
You did go to the wrong restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean,
So there you go.
yeah, I'm gonna go here in the red. Yes. Red shirts.
Call that red? That's obviously salmon.
This is salmon.
No, that's
Salmon.
That's Princess Pink.
It used to be blood red.
This is from the Kindle selection.
A little bit bigger.
Yeah,
Didn't you crochet this in Purgatory?
I think so.
How are you?
My name is.
Welcome.
Welcome.
And I'm sorry.
Like even now, my heart is pounding, but I found.
Well, you're doing great.
Thank you. I found the courage to ask because my best friend family. So what more could I ask for?
That's right.
Exactly.
I have 2 questions. The reason I have my phone is because I told myself the moment I looked at you two, I was blank. Because you two were so.
You're proving yourself wrong. So that's...
My question to you, Jensen, is so one of my favorite movies is 10-Inch Hero.
I've heard that's not bad.
I'm absolutely in love with the chemistry between you and Danielle. So,
Oh, it was so forced.
You get who?
that being said,
I'll get your number.
I would
It's
love for her to play the female Impala on Supernatural. So, what do we have to do to get her on the show? So I can see that chemistry.
You would have to convince her. She's like, I am not, that is suicide for me. I'm not coming on there. So, yeah. Jen's like, I'm not going back. I'm not, no way. I get enough hate mail as it is. I don't need.
She was terrified of her mistake.
Yeah. So unfortunately, there's a lot of negative attention that the girls get that have made the little.
Not from y'all, obviously.
Not from y'all. You guys are
Psychos.
awesome and supportive. But you know, sometimes there's people who like to throw out negativity in the world, and it's fortunately that they get such a big voice. What's that? Oh, I will reinforce that with her. I'll let her know.
When do we get to see you next, or are you terrified of what Misha and Jensen will do to you?
No.
I think he's just terrified of the work. He watches what it does to Misha and I.
I've seen, so when we started the show many years ago, Jensen was a young, handsome guy. A few episodes directed.
Still am.
This. No, you know what? Honestly, I'm not interested in directing Supernatural. Not to say it's not a great gig, but for whatever reason, I love what I'm able to contribute to the show. And I like to focus on that. And I focus really hard on it. And it's a daily, my wife and I actually just kind of talked about this because I think she has a lot of work with the kids, and Shep was sick, and I was like, hey, she gets it, and she gets it as an actress. But I enjoy my contribution when I'm able to the role I can play. And I think if I do direct something, it'll be the Supernatural days are over. Thank you.
I hear a guy over there. We gotta get to her.
I got a question for Jensen. You opened beer bottles with your dream. Was that written in, or did you learn that somewhere?
No, I just did it.
That's cool. I do that a lot now.
Yeah.
Like, where did you learn that from? Oh, that's cool.
You're welcome. That's the party trick. Yeah. It's
You've taught several people how to do that.
yeah. The screw tops though you can do with your eyeballs. I'm kidding. I only do that. When
You know the screw top one though, right? The forearm?
yeah. But somebody's holding up. What is that?
Guinea
Head?
pig. It's a guinea pig. Guinea pig.
Or afternoon.
Okay, so we found out that Dean's blood type is O in this past episode, and we know from the past that, like from John's dog tags, that his blood type is AB. So biologically, Dean cannot be John's son.
Wait, what was the question?
How, like, if your characters were to find this out, how would it affect them? How would they react to this news?
Probably just like you did.
Yeah. I don't even know my blood type. So I don't know. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy, what does that mean?
Oh, and AB.
Okay, apparently my character has O, and the father of my character has AB.
Are they compatible?
Obviously, they're not compatible. That's the whole point of the question. I'm just asking our dear friend Jeremy here, who happens to be an ER doctor, what help me out here. What's that? Then I couldn't be the kid. Well, and here's the problem: the Army got it wrong. I think that was just simply a mistake by props. And I'll chalk it up to that.
They are not doctors.
Okay. About right here in the Supernatural shirt.
Oh,
That's a joke. 9 people stand up. They're like, my question's for Jared.
how about this section, the one that's sitting down?
No, there we go.
Supernatural. The Supernatural fan?
Okay, so I wanted to ask this about
You, the one who's looking this way.